Twice in the last week or two, I've made jokes about figures out the ride that I admit have been somewhat vicious, and I got a few comments from angry right wingers say the typical things like the left are horrible, the left are worse than the right. Now, you might, of course, object to the jokes I make. Fine, but I have some issues with this criticism. What is my style of humor? Anything to do with my politics? Yes, my political jokes obviously reflect my political beliefs, but the jokes, the mechanism in them that make them funny reflect my style of humor, nothing to do with my political beliefs. If my style of humor was Tim Vine-esque Monday one-liners, I would make inoffensive, punchy jokes about scum figures of the right, but that's not my humor. If I ever do tell a joke that goes too far, which I'm sure I have done in the past, then of course critique me, tell me, but surely you're attacking my sense of humor. That's not why has it got anything to do with my politics? I don't get this. I don't see why being left-wing in itself would mean I'm particularly prone to making offensive jokes. If anything, the opposite, because the left, by nature, stick up for people who are vulnerable. I admit the joke I made about Clarkson having prostate cancer was dark, but I explained afterwards that this is not something I actually believe in. Anyone who knows anything about Clarkson and the kind of jokes he tells will know that he thinks things like cancer are perfectly okay thing to joke about. So me using his style of humor but turning it right at him is surely different than just genuinely wishing someone died of cancer for shock humor. And also, I believe I discussed this in every video I made previously. So often, another fundamental difference between right-wing humor and left-wing humor is right-wing humor simply on a pragmatic level doesn't fucking work. Like Matt Goodwin's AI t-shirt saying we're making plans for Zach and a picture of a guy pushing another guy who may or may not be Zach Polanski down the stairs. Never mind if how offensive that is. That simply doesn't work because there's no such song as making plans for Zach. That's not a valid pun. So I'm gonna say this again for once. Right-wing humour is not the same as left-wing humour because mainly the jokes described as right-wing humour don't fucking work, and also not everyone on the left who makes jokes makes every joke to fit in with the left-wing agenda. I know that shocks you, but sometimes we make jokes just because they reflect our individual sense of humor. I know that may shock you on the right, but it's true.